Barcelona have booked their place in the Champions League semi-finals after a 5-3 aggregate victory over Borussia Dortmund, who won 3-1 in the quarter-final second leg at Signal Iduna Park.
The hosts needed a strong start in their bid to overturn the first leg deficit, and they got it with the opening goal coming inside the first 11 minutes. Wojciech Szczesny fouled Pascal Gross inside the penalty area, and that allowed Serhou Guirassy to find the back of the net from 12 yards, which he did with a Panenka effort.
Barcelona were able to avoid conceding for the remainder of the first half, but just minutes into the second period, Dortmund brought the aggregate deficit back to within 2. And it was Guirassy that found the back of the net again as he headed home from close range following a corner.
Dortmund started to up the tempo after that, but just minutes later, they were hit with a sucker punch as Barcelona got a goal back. Fermin Lopez delivered the ball from the right, and it was turned into his own net by unfortunate defender Rami Bensebaini. That was a big blow for Dortmund, although they did manage to get another goal on 75 minutes to make it 3-5 on aggregate. A poor clearance from Ronald Araujo came to Guirassy 6 yards out, and he made no mistake to complete his hat-trick, and in the process, he overtook Rafinha to become the Champions League's top goal scorer.
Fortunately, Barcelona were able to see the match out as Dortmund ran out of steam. It means that Hansi Flick's side will be in the last 4 of the Champions League.
Now let's analyze what went wrong against Dortmund. Our team couldn't find the balance between the necessary verticality and the uncompromising ball control. This resulted in a situation that was too broken for Barca to execute its version. The distance between the defense and the last man was enormous.
Robert Lewandowski was one of the best players of the team. With Barca unable to find their feet, Lewandowski finished the first half completing all 10 passes he attempted. And all of them made sense, either to unload or to put a good ball into space. His second half continued in the same vein.
Now we all know Pedri is indispensable in our midfield. The match showed that. When he comes on the pitch, Barca improves their decision-making, increases their reliability from 84% to 87%, and plays more closely.
With his introduction, the team regained its momentum, made good decisions, and that brought the team's lines closer together. From his introduction until the 3-1, Barca dominated their opponents because his pause allowed more players to be close to the ball.
The match in Dortmund and also the one against Legends increased the doubts about the Araujo's current role. The Uruguayan has struggled to get going. He struggles to find players inside.
Against Dortmund, he was only able to connect with the midfielders 3 times, once with Fermin, once with Gavi, and once with Pedri. And against Legends he only had 4 contacts with the attacking midfielders and 3 with Lamine in 45 minutes.
Our focus was on Gerard Martin, and he played well in the absence of Alejandro Balde. Out of 49 of the passes attempted, 41 were good and the 4 main recipients were Guirassy 9, Rafinha 8, De Jong 8, Lewandowski 4.
He is less reliable and takes fewer risks with the ball, but he's quite reliable. He's beaten on the corner kick that ends into 0, but he ends up having a decent performance.
Szczesny didn't have his best game. He wasn't good on either the first or second goal, but he did have some worthy saves. The best thing to note is that neither the calmness he conveys nor the confidence in his abilities are affected by his poor performance.
To conclude, Borussia Dortmund defeated Barcelona 3-1 in the second leg of the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals, with Serhou Guirassy scoring a hat-trick. Despite the setback, Barcelona moved to the semi-finals with a 5-3 aggregate victory, ending their 24-game unbeaten streak and achieving their first semi-final appearance since 2019.
Now Barca will face Inter Milan in the semi-final of the Champions League, with first game being played at home and second leg away at San Siro. Who do you think will advance, and who is going to win this year's Champions League? Comment down below. Subscribe for more Barca-related videos.